Hey, Lobo fans, welcome back inside the Lobo Lounge. I'm your host, Robert Portnoy. A special guest today, Scott Creagan, a Lobo Football alum and a huge Lobo athletics supporter, owner of Graphic Connection, custom sports apparel right here in Albuquerque. Scott, what's going on, man?
You do such a great job doing all my commercials. Thanks. I'm doing great.
Hey, you know, the fans can see your shirt there. The Alumni Lobos Association, you've got that on. You've been a huge part of the Lobo Club for so long, past president. I mean, talk about your pride, in wearing the cherry and silver as an athlete and now giving your time, your resources, and everything you do over there.
Well, when I got done, when I was 22, we all go through this little phase, and I try to be a halfway house for a lot of the student athletes at the University of New Mexico, because we get done and a lot of us don't really know what we're going to do. So one of the things I did right away was I thought, man, this is pretty cool. I came out to New Mexico from Southern California and got all my schooling paid for. I got to travel all over the country. I got to play against Heisman Trophy people. I played against Ty Detmer, Emmitt Smith, some of the greats, great football players in college and the NFL. And I just wanted to join something and give back. And I don't know how many times I've paid back my scholarship over, but I've paid it back over quite a bit. And that's what alumni lettermen should do. Once you get into the community and you start making a little bit of money, you should, get back involved and make sure you give back to something that gave so much to you.
Well, you're in the process of doing that right now, not just for the Lobo community and for the Albuquerque and New Mexico communities, but nationwide, even worldwide, with what you're doing with masks. You've partnered with the University of New Mexico to help essential personnel make sure that they have masks when everybody's getting back to work.
Yeah, we were just like every other business, 4 weeks ago. We were shut down, and I got a call from one of my friends and who does our health insurance, and she said, "Hey, these masks are going to be a big, deal here in New Mexico. You should find out how to get them." So our big T-shirt supplier turned their factory in Honduras into making T-shirts and to cutting masks out of T-shirt material. So in about 3 weeks, we've sold over 105,000 masks. We've put them on restaurants. Starbucks has them. Chipotle has them. We're working with UNM obviously quite closely, but a lot of small businesses and construction companies and, workout facility, the JCC just bought some. So we're now in the mask business. If you would have told me 4 weeks ago, I didn't know anything about them, and now I have to know everything about them.
Show us one of the ones with the Lobo logo on it.
I called Eddie and David Williams a couple weeks ago, and I said, "Hey, are you guys, going to be needing these?" And David gave us the license, or helped us out with the licensing of putting, the Lobo logo on. So we made these for the athletic department and some of the essential workers on main campus. And we're working with all the other universities as well. NEMI, I'm probably not allowed to mention the school way down south, but they're looking at them too. I have a friend there that used to be work for the Lobos, so don't get mad at me. But a lot of the schools are needing them, and we made these up for the athletic department and got them out to David Williams, and hopefully he's distributing them to you guys and not hoarding them for himself.
Well, sign me up. I'll be by to get 4 of them for my family. Scott Creagan is with us, former Lobo football linebacker, and I know that you could not be any happier, any more excited than you are about having Danny Gonzalez back in the fold here at UNM as the head coach.
Yeah, I knew Danny when he was a graduate assistant here, so to kind of watch him go through, his going to San Diego State and then going over to ASU and working for Herm Edwards and actually one of the coach that recruited me here, Marvin Lewis. A lot of people don't know he was here, but seeing him over at ASU and watching him, in a big time conference in the Pac-12, I wanted him here. And there's a lot of people that are out there. I mean, Holman Wiggins is an assistant coach at Alabama, and I think he's 39 or 40 years old. Holman might get a chance one day when Danny retires to come back here and coach. It's a unique place to coach, and I think that he's been here. He knows what it takes. He's doing everything right. I mean, all the high school coaches are excited. I think the high school players are excited. You can see what they've already done with recruiting right now. I got on 24/7 Sports last night, and we're already, ranked 70th or something in the country, which is, right out the gate for those guys to get here and do all the stuff they're doing is pretty big time. And it's good to have a former Lobo here that's from obviously Valley High School, and I hope everyone gets behind them and supports them.
And the reception that you're getting from other alumni, from other lettermen, and their excitement level about coaches Gonzalez and Long, of course, being here and running the program. What has that been like?
Well, Jason Lensmeyer's back too. So I was telling you before we got on this thing, I was sitting in a meeting with Jason and Danny and Rocky, and we were sitting up in their meeting room about a month ago, and it was just surreal because I was like, man, all these guys have been here before, and now they're all back, and they know how to do it. I mean, they know how to win. Our alumni group, we got on this thing called Group Me, and Jason Lensmeyer put it together, and all these guys from the 80s and 90s and 2000, everyone's been on this Group Me, and everyone's excited and everyone's going to support. And Jason and Coach Long are in charge of the legacy group. So they've started a new group, which, we don't want any money from the former players. We're just wanting to get them to come back. And that's been fun as well. So I think the excitement's here. There's a little bit of a damper right now because of what's going on with COVID, but Danny was in my office, 2 days ago picking up some masks, and it's fun to talk football with them and talk about, what they're doing. And, I like talking about the schedule and we could win 6 games next year. I'm not putting any pressure on anyone, but I mean, every year I go through just like everyone else does, and I circle the games we should win. And, I think we'd have a good season this year.
Well, this Saturday, Dreamstyle Arena, the Pit, Northeast Lot, from 10 to 4. We're collecting PPE equipment. Protect NM is the hashtag. If you can see that on social media, or go to protectnm.com. I know you're going to be donating masks, and you'll be stopping by. We encourage everybody to participate. And thank you for what you're doing, Scott. You do great work over there at Graphic Connection. You're such a good partner, and one of our proudest alums. And we appreciate you so much. Thanks for being with us in the Lobo Lounge today.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on, and go Lobos, and I'll be out there on Saturday, and I'm going to be donating some masks.
Scott Creagan from Graphic Connection. That'll do it for us today in the Lobo Lounge. So long, everybody, and go Lobos.